bourgeoisie.
Say what?
In the glorious robot workers' paradise, there will be no liquor, only efficient synthetic fuels.
No liquor? Das vidanya, comrade.
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you cried knifey spoony before.
Let's drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum, rum, rum,
And nerdy.
rum, ahoy! Rum, rum, rum,
And nerdy.
Sit back, relax, remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrett.
And this is episode 4.20. You know what? 420, this should have been a different subject. I just realized that, yeah.
Instead, it's the most least rum episode we've ever done.
It is, yeah. Oh, by the way, and the food is imitation crab meat, crab rangoon.
Crab Rangoon, okay.
It's imitation crab
Imitation
meat.
Crab Rangoon.
So we've got a full studio. I think this is the most number of people have ever recorded in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very crowded room, but we're going to start from my left to right. Of course, everybody knows Tyler. Say hi, Tyler.
Hi, y'all.
Yeah, and so you're actually celebrating a couple different things. One, this is the first episode you've been on since you've been 21, so congratulations. And also, you just finished your semester.
Yes, thank you for both.
And yeah, and then you started an internship soon.
Yes, so back during IAPA when I started as the official Rum Nerdy intern, I had said I was on a big girl internship. I now have another big girl internship coming up starting beginning of June, so very excited about that. Thank you.
That's so awesome for you. Very okay. Moving on, because we only have an hour and there's so much. We're doing so much today. We have Erica. Erica, how are you?
Hello. Very good.
Awesome. So you, longtime friend of the group, first time on the show. Second time on
Technically,
Second.
I crashed one of your shows.
That's right.
I walked up to a table and you made me sit down at a microphone.
That's right. I completely forgot about that. And you even mentioned it a minute ago.
You made the mistake of saying hi to us while we're recording. Now you're on the show.
Yeah, welcome.
Lesson learned.
So you were coming to us from Valtech, right?
Yes.
So do you want to just quickly plug what that is and what you do there?
Yeah, I'm an executive creative director overseeing all of our themed entertainment work, and we really focus on interactive and immersive worlds, where our development team does a lot of the software that builds the physical space. So I'm thinking about what is the physical experience, and then our team is thinking about how to manifest that behind the scenes.
Awesome. And next we have Matt. Matt, you are with 7 Cents.
I am. Hello.
And welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it right. This is your first time.
It is
being
my
on this
first
thing.
time. Yep.
As Garrick throws these plastic cups around. We've got so much to drink today that we're going with the mini red Solo cups, because we're trying a lot of stuff. And actually, Matt, this was your idea. So, well, first off, 7 Cents. What's 7 Cents?
So 7 Cents are makers of pixel managers, media servers, show control. We do everything in the themed entertainment world and beyond for large video display, high quality video display.
Yeah. Fantastic. So it's like all the media and how the media is sent to the presentation device, whether it's a screen or a projector, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this, I believe, the concept of this episode was largely your idea.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see whether you guys hate me by the end of this or like me.
We are not going to hate you, at least not any more than we might have in the past. No. Yeah, so the concept of today's episode are, like, Garrick, you've largely been quiet. Do you want to describe this?
Well, there is a fairly large movement in the alcoholic community in general, but I mean specifically the spirit community of making non-alcoholic spirits.
Yes.
So you can get non-alcoholic tequilas, non-alcoholic bourbons, and now non-alcoholic rums. So the thought...
Still better than Bacardi.
Is still better than Bacardi. So the thought is, hey, how does the non-alcoholic rums compare to the alcoholic rums? And I know alcoholic rums is probably the wrong way to describe the rum, but yeah. Basically, yeah. What is it? Spirit, foolproof spirit? What's the technical term for that? Anyway.
I would say, they're more productive at work. Their kids don't hate them.
Yeah.
Things like that. Sorry.
So real full octane rum versus or leaded rum versus unleaded rum.
Yeah. So we have 3 that we're going to try. And Matt, you've had all 3 of these?
I have not. No, I've only had this one that's in front of me, the Strick Not Rum, and I found the other ones on the Dry Drinker website, but I have not tried them yet. So Garrett has sourced them.
There's
so
even a dry.
looking forward
What's
to trying them.
What's that website?
I think it's drydrinker.com.
Drydrinker.com. Okay.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now I will say that I was warned because two of these rums I purchased last week, and the lady behind the counter was like, "Oh, just to let you know, there's no alcohol in these." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "No, but you know, like, lady, I understand what I'm buying. Please let me. This is okay.
Yeah,
I know what I'm getting into here.
I know. No matter what, my staff meeting this week, the whole staff at work, I'm going to be drinking this. I'm like, what?
Show up with because these are really fancy bottles too. You could plunk this bottle down, and other than the very large nutrition facts piece on the back of this one, number of calories, adult servings. Yeah. Other than that bit, yeah, I think they all have them because it's Because
so
believe it or not, there's very few ingredients in real rum. It's just like, hey, here's some sugar, distill it.
Yeah.
These
Or
rums,
molasses,
these rums actually have, like calorie information and ingredients.
xanthan gum. What the hell?
This one has fake sugar.
Ooh.
Which fake sugar?
Let me see here. No, maybe that's not. It's just. No, I was reading it wrong.
No.
I was thinking it was sorbitol, but no, this just says potassium sorbate.
Yeah.
But it says zero sugar.
Nice.
Sugar free.
Sure, take that.
So Garrett, when you bought these rums, did they ID you? Because they have ID'd me when I've bought alcohol-free beer and alcohol-free rum before.
Okay, that's one. Props to you, because I can't tell you the last time I've been ID'd for anything.
I've been ID'd for ginger ale.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to throw this out there too. Can we just refer to these as Rum Zero?
Yes. Oh, that's a great yes.
Yeah.
Rum Zeros. Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm on board.
Okay. So where are we going to start?
Let's start with Matt's.
Here we go. Pass this off to the Foley artist. While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull this up. This like, believe it or
There's
not,
not a lot to Foley.
Believe it or not,
This is a very, very user-friendly cap.
Our normal rum review websites do not have these listed on them.
I can already smell it.
This is a powerful smelling beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pass it around.
So this one we're going to the rumrunnerlabs.com as a review. This one gets 7.5 out of 10, 5.8 neat, 7.8 mixer rating, and an okay value at about $35 US. Is that about what you're used to paying? About $35?
No, it's actually cheaper in the UK.
Yeah.
Yep. It's I noticed that when I bought it. Actually, I think it is a UK distilled rum.
So no tariffs or any of that stuff.
Well, that's the other thing. In the UK, we still get the high tax on non-alcoholic drinks, or at least the bars charge us the
Really?
high prices. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair to me.
That's literally the reason we revolted.
Every time I'm at a restaurant and I see a really nice long mocktail menu, I go, "Thank you, Gen Z. This is amazing." And then I go look at the price and I'm like, "Ah, screw you, Gen Z. Why are these all $16 each?"
So for the review, Gen Z. This is a zero-proof rum from Strike. It gives us strong notes of mint, ginger, with a subtle hint of black tea, orange, vanilla, and oak. As I've continued to spend time with our lineup of zero-proof rums, I've began projecting certain rum personalities onto them, a bit like a castaway on a desert island would draw a face on a volleyball to keep themselves company. What does this have to do with the rum?
Best liquor review ever.
Yeah, bison grass, something. Inside joke. In this, light Strike is a bit like column still overproof. It has a burn. It has a burn. Well, that's interesting, but not too much complexity. The burn indexes on menthol and ginger But if a bit of kick is something that you're missing during dry January, Strike has it in spades.
Huh. So the way we're going to do today's little reviews / tastings, we're going to do first round on the rocks, and then using the same spirit, non-spirit, rum zero. Then we're gonna add Coke, and then we're gonna try an old fashioned, all with the same spirit.
Yeah.
So here we go, everybody. Select your glass. Here, Greg, I'll hand you yours.
Yeah, I always get the Kansas City Chiefs glass. Nobody's surprised. Although we are going to get Packers glasses for the show for next football season, not show season.
But you should have Rum and Nerdy glasses.
We do. He's drinking. Well, Central Florida Rum Council.
I have Central Florida Rum Council, and yeah, we need to get some good Rum and Nerdy ones. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely smell the mint.
Oh dear.
Huh. Oh.
It almost has like an anise clove smell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not like but kind of in the family of a chai tea.
Yeah, actually, no, kind of like Oregon chai, but without the milk in it.
Yeah. So.
Like the brand, not from Oregon. So
I'm gonna say. On the rocks. Well, hold on. I was also warned not to do these neat or on the rocks. So, this is for science.
Yeah. We're sciencing the shit out of this.
I enjoy it as a drink, but I wouldn't compare it to rum as of right now.
Agreed.
As of right now.
Agreed. And I'm also personally not a tea drinker, so this is not good.
I'm a huge tea drinker, and I would drink the shit out of this on the rocks because I think as just a standalone beverage, it's delicious. Not rum, but delicious.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm like thinking about tea more, this absolutely tastes like iced tea, but just like either chai or just a spiced blend of tea.
Yeah, more spice than anything else. Okay, splash of Coke.
Whoop. So this is zero. If you want regular, we have regulars here as well. But I have a zero open.
Yeah, I'll take my alcohol zero, but my soda can't be.
I am exactly the same.
Better, but this it tastes it. Honestly, you know how like Coca-Cola's been doing that, like Y3K Coke and just the various. This tastes like, and I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I usually do anyway. This tastes like one of those shitty Coke offerings from this last 2 years where they wanted to infuse a flavor that didn't belong there.
Like it was next to the Beverly at Epcot.
It is better than Beverly. It is better. Yeah. By the way, that's our new band name.
Better than Beverly?
So I have never drunk this with Coke.
Really?
I always drink my rum with ginger ale.
Ooh.
And I might have some.
I bet this would be fantastic with ginger ale because of the spice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back to this one with ginger ale.
I think I'm not against spiced Coke, but I don't think I'd choose it. Definitely not rum, though.
The facial expressions from Riley here. Sorry, Tyler. Sorry, Tyler.
We both have curly hair. I'll give you that.
Riley's upstairs.
My tongue, like first trying it neat, it's watery at first, but then it hits the tongue and just sound effects.
Highly technical term.
Clearly. The Coke helps a bit, but it's got that little like twist. Like it's kind of like that burning feeling. I can feel the burn on my tongue, especially.
Because I like spiced things, I'm really enjoying the burn more than the actual drinking.
Yeah, I'm not a spicy person.
I'm slowly making the old-fashioned concoction over here. And I'm proportioning it out because I know that we're going to be drinking a lot of these, so I don't need to make everyone a full serving. So it's, hey, I think I can make 2 and then put it in these red Solo cups and make it okay.
Yeah, you don't want us to get too wasted.
Yeah, far too much.
So I didn't realize, having listened to this podcast, that you guys record at like 10 a.m. in the morning.
Not always.
When you're drinking real rum as well.
Yeah, sometimes. It really depends week to week. And here's Sandy with the ginger ale. We love you, Sandy. Yay!
There's nothing better than watching Greg text requests into the family like, "Hey, we need this in the studio.
Yeah.
Come quick."
Yeah, and some of those later night ones where we do long episodes, and it's like I'm texting Riley, "Go to Taco Bell and get us some tacos." That's only happened once. And he did,
but still very appropriate.
Yeah, and he did show up with the taco. So there's that. So now we have ginger ale, so we'll get to try it.
Thank you.
You know you can just say that stuff, right?
Of course. So the thing that y'all used to, what you said of texting Sandy for the ginger ale, way back when, I think it was like episode 20 of season 3, y'all called it wife mates because it was with Andy.
Wife mates.
Yep.
That's funny. And we don't really have Postmates out here, but I've spent enough time in California. I get it. Do you know what that is?
Nope, lost on me.
So Postmates is like a grocery or liquor store delivery. You go online and you say, "Hey, I need some avocados and some toast and some salt and pepper, whatever," and then they go and buy that and bring it. So wife mates would be the honey.
I didn't add the orange zest, but I have given everybody a poor man's old fashioned.
Okay. Actually, smelling wise, I smell the sweetness, like with the sweetener in it. It's much better start.
Another great facial expression from
No, this is
Tyler is not impressed.
This is the best version of this. This kind of tastes like Snapple to me.
It's interesting. This is my least favorite. And I'm 7 months pregnant, so I haven't had alcohol in a while, but I normally like old fashions, and this is definitely my least favorite old fashioned.
This does not taste like an old fashioned.
No.
It just, that's why I like Snapple. This is like.
Yeah, Spice Snapple. I think I'll take Spice Coke or.
Yeah.
Well, we have ginger ale now. I say we.
I'm very excited for the ginger ale.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we re-hit your old fashioned cups. I brought a dump cup in if you want to dump. But let's.
Yes. This is terrible. Would you like some more? Yes, please. Does anybody beside? I know Garrett gets that reference from Star Trek: Next Generation when Data gets his emotion chip and he goes to the bar 10 forward and he drinks something. He goes, what was it, like prune juice or something like that?
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're not done.
Or no, it was a liquor. He goes, I hate this. Would you like some more?
Yes, please. Yeah. So everybody dump what you want to try here. I'm thinking we just do these with the. Oh, we should put our names on these. That would have been way better.
If only I had a Sharpie.
Look at that.
There we go. Naming this crap. We're gonna finish out. We'll figure out this process somewhere by the end of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty good at just winging stuff.
Yeah, we don't prepare for this.
Zero prep.
Yeah,
okay.
and honestly, I think these are probably like when you watch these episodes because and you guys listen to the show. Like our shows are all over the place. We talked to somebody last night. Oh, what's your show like? I'm like, it really depends. This is one of those more scientific one. Although we've had more fun being scientific. The Drinkathon. You remember that one?
Yeah.
So that was Matt, or the other Matt. He came over and was the moderator and kept track of it. And we actually got a little breathalyzer tester thing. And we recorded we did the whole thing for like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
But we recorded 1 hour. We did it live. We live streamed on YouTube, but recorded an hour of it for the podcast. And to see if we could, how much we could drink and what it would.
Well, what was the correlation between what you were drinking and what the breathalyzer said you were drinking?
Yeah, and we ended up drinking about 32 ounces total of rum in that 4 hour period.
The breathalyzer ran out of battery.
Yeah,
that's a good title for a podcast.
Ooh,
definitely more complimentary than the Coke.
This is really good.
Interestingly, more sweet. I feel like than with the Coke.
Yeah, you didn't have your cup.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't realize it on that. The Coke, it's got sweetness to it, but there's also a lot of bitters in Coca-Cola. That's the main thing that stands out between Coke and Pepsi. So when you go to a bar and somebody's like, you order like a Scotch and Coke or whatever, Jack and Coke, Rum and Coke. That's the big thing. When a bar has Pepsi, and everybody's like, oh, that's so different. And that's the main reason, because there's no bitterness in the Pepsi.
Yeah. And to be fair, this is Canada Dry ginger ale. So it's not like a Fever Tree or something where it's going to be a richer, bitier ginger.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think?
This goes a lot better with the ginger ale.
Do we still have ice cubes?
No. Wife mates.
Yeah, wife mates.
I honestly think I'll still stick with the iced tea version, the straight on the rocks.
Yeah, I'd go ginger ale with this one. This is good.
I'm going to have to take her out to like brunch or something like that after this.
Yes, you absolutely should.
So I know.
I mean, she made me bacon and everything.
Yeah.
I'm drip feeding information, but what I normally have is the rum, ginger ale, and then the bitters on top. Just a little bit of bitters on the top.
Okay, let me see the bitters. This is Angostura orange. I don't know if that matters.
Ooh, yeah. Do you do regular or orange?
Regular.
Anybody else want to try? I'm glad we were able to have this prepared. Did you ever do this and you don't do it. I keep forgetting you don't do it.
Yeah, I'd be on the not bacon.
Oh.
As well as not rum.
Golly. Yes. This is fantastic. I mean, compared to the other things that we've been drinking, but
that definitely did help.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so officially the strike with ginger ale and thank you, babe. With ginger ale and orange bitters. Yeah, this turns into like a legitimate thing. Let me have one ice cube, please.
Yeah, that
as I splash it all over.
The orange bitters really, really opens something up. This is a really good drink. This is a really good drink.
Yeah, try it with an ice cube. It's actually it tastes like one of those those I think the brand is Ice, but they're the seltzer flavored seltzer waters in the bottles. This tastes like one of those.
I think it's even better cubed. It's even better cubed.
Yeah. You know what would be really good in this? A little bit of rum. Yeah. Sorry.
I still have some of the, what is this? The Guatemala.
Yeah. As we keep in the corner, the real rum.
This would absolutely go well with rum.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, this is a good drink.
Okay, so overall, again, going back to the review, neat, you have a 5.8, mixer rating 7.8. The question's going to be, yes, mixer way better than neat. Where would, at a 10, where would you put this?
So, I like it neat on the rocks. Because again, I'm a big tea drinker, so it strikes a chord there in the tea beverage category, but it's too expensive just to drink a bottle of it as tea.
Yeah.
So you really do want to strictly mix it, and I think it mixes really well.
Tyler?
Much better as a mixer. As on its own, like neat, I'd probably put it about maybe a 4 would be generous. But with the mixer, especially with the bitters and the ginger ale, really does it well. I'd probably put it about an 8.
Would you order this at a restaurant?
Depends what I'm having.
Yeah. Depending upon what the drink is, if they gave you I'm assuming like most fancy restaurants, they would come up with a fancy craft cocktail concoction thing. And you're going to order like a Miami Sunrise, and like, oh, what's in that?
I'm going to give this cocktail a name. This cocktail is now called the Seventh Sense.
Yes,
love it.
Yeah. So if you go in, and I'm, this is a quinoa restaurant, right? You're going to go in. They've got quinoa and tofu, but really high end, like fried tofu. You know, I don't know if you've ever had fried, but they take the cube and they roll it in flour and panko and fry it. It's so good. This is a cocktail on their specialty menu. Yeah. Erica, would you order this?
I do think I would order the 7 cents.
Yeah.
Especially if I wanted that like spice afterwards. And I agree completely with Garrick on the tea side of it, where I would drink it if someone gave it to me, but I wouldn't want to pay more than, like, I could just make my own iced tea.
Yeah.
So I've been with 7 cents for 12 years now, and you would not believe how many times I've been asked the question, what is the 7th sense? And now I have an answer. So I am a happy man.
Fantastic. And inherent by the associative property of drink references, you'll be plugging the show. So obviously you would drink this because you do drink this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
although I might have it as an old fashioned now as well.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
And officially that was simple syrup and orange bitters. Did you put just a drop of the grenadine in there or no?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Put the grenadine in there. It
was just a drop though, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. So so truthfully, if you made a quality old fashioned, because this was kind of a panic red Solo cup, there are 4 people here that I need to make old fashions for. Old fashioned. Yeah, I think it would be good old fashioned.
Yeah. And that would have a like a black maraschino cherry and some orange zest, which is why I brought the knife and the orange in for that. But we missed that. But that's, for our purposes, this is good. Moving on. What's our next one?
You have the rum.
Okay. Well, I'll just click to the next thing here, which is the Ritual Zero Proof Rum Alternative, which is great because they also call it Rum Zero.
Nice.
They have it as 6.9 out of 10. This same website, this is the rumrunnerlabs.com, 4.8 neat compared to the 5.8. So they're rating this one slightly less. 7.4 in the mixer. It was 7.8 on the last one, so it's still pretty close. According to the price, was ever so slightly higher, about $3 US higher at $37.99. Review on this zero proof rum comes from Ritual, gave us a strong note of cereal and baking spices with subtler hints of charred apricot, oak, ginger, cinnamon, and citrus. Already I like the way that sounds from my palate. To speak of legacy brands, in quotes, in the words of Zero Proof Rum 2024, it is a little like speaking of legacy brand in legalized cannabis. Everyone is a newcomer, and yet, if there is a legacy brand, it probably Ritual. I've tried Ritual a number of times over the past couple years, sometimes neat, and as an oddity or in a cocktail, where its main job was to make the juice taste weird. Okay. Revisiting it with a more focused eye, its main value proposition has always been in the name. So, yeah, here we go. This is...
Make the juice taste weird.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any juice.
Sounds like an O.J. Simpson joke.
Thank you.
Timely. Here we go. Nose. Oh, wow. Right off the bat, it smells better. It does kind of have that...
I feel like I'm baking cookies. Like,
yeah.
It smells like baking cookies.
Yeah, like the vanilla extract.
It smells like Christmas.
It's
I think we should re-record this with a camera on Tyler's face, taking stills for Instagram, because I've seen some of the best facial expressions today.
No, yeah.
It's one of the downsides of being an audio-only medium. I have... I make a lot of
this
faces.
tastes horrible.
But
Let's put one on Erica,
lovely.
too.
It smells like cake batter.
Well, yeah, because I agree. It's the vanilla smell, but the flavor is just like... I feel assaulted in my mouth.
It tastes like a brewery threw up in my mouth.
No, I was going to say it tastes like cake batter was left in the sun.
I haven't tried it yet. No. Watery at first. What the?
Like watery at first. Yeah, wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm the one person.
Tyler's
here that
wiping her tongue off.
Doesn't taste too bad. I'm not saying it tastes good. I'm just saying it doesn't taste too bad.
Okay, so So that was on the rocks. We're gonna do all these rocks and then Coke and then something. So here we go.
I think this one neat. This one are on the rocks. This one tastes better than the last one myself. But again,
it gets worse over time.
I'm not a rum or a tea drinker again. So the other one just did not hit my palate at all.
Zero or regular?
Do zero. I was grabbing the regular just as like a palate cleanser, but that's not gonna work.
So, my palate with adding the Coke in there, it's like a moderate rum and Coke, but it's got a like it has too much lime in it, or like the lime was not a great lime.
I haven't had a drink for 10 years. To me, this reminds me of Bacardi and Coke at a party when I was a
Maybe
kid.
that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, no. I'm taking one sip of each of these and no more.
This is why we brought the dump cup.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know-
I like rum and Coke normally, and that's why I think I liked the last one with the Coke more than everybody else, but nope.
I actually, the more this gets chilled, and the more like we're not really cleansing our palate in between.
Yeah, we're not.
But I'm starting to be okay with it.
I kind of like it.
You do you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was interesting. Okay, time to old fashioned it.
I like it. Yeah, let's old fashioned
it. What I'm getting now is that cinnamon, but not cinnamon like cinnamon candy, like cinnamon, ground cinnamon, where there's just a little bit too much of that powder. So it's coating my tongue like the powdered cinnamon.
I feel like I'm breathing fire at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't really feel a burn. It's just like I don't know. Feels weird on my tongue.
Yeah. So while Garrick is dumping this, it's the rest of our responsibility to find something to talk about while he's making this drink.
Well, maybe
we call it vamping.
Maybe how each of us is a very interesting taster for non-alcoholic rum. So I mentioned I'm pregnant, so that makes it so I can't even compare this to regular rum right now. And we just had Tyler turning 21.
Yay!
And now that you've finished and you're moving, like last night, did you have a cocktail? Have you broken the seal yet?
I have not. So I will say that my mom and I went out to Disney Springs the weekend after my birthday, and we were at dinner. I did end up ordering something off of the drink menu, but it was a mocktail. It ended up being a mocktail, which was rather good. But no, I have not had alcohol since I've turned 21.
So today we need to corrupt you.
That was going to be the quick, because we talked about getting through this and at the end doing something else. The other side of that is we have insinuated that we just need to maybe just do an episode where we try different styles of rum and we figure out what is your rum. What is your rum drink? So, because I think that, like, I'm leaning towards probably you need to start, like, training wheels. So you need something light and smooth. Oh, I don't mean that offensively, but light and smooth. Like a daiquiri. Not a Hemingway daiquiri, something that's strong, but just like a regular, like, daiquiri juice. But finding you the right rum. Like, I would almost put possibly like a 3-star Barolito or something like that for you. But I wouldn't go with one of the dark rums, although they typically get a little bit more mellow.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
The classic.
Yeah, but it's very sweet. You like sweet drinks, though?
I like sweet. Like, I'm a lemonade type of person.
Do you like bananas?
Yes, very much.
So Bamboo is very banana, caramely, vanilla flavors in it. We think, we always describe it as what we think pirates drink.
Yeah, when you see a pirate in a movie just drinking rum straight out of a bottle, you're like, oh, yeah, that's what I imagine their drinking tastes like, not the actual gasoline that a pirate probably would have been drinking.
Yeah. You're actually doing the orange zest this time. Well, to finish Erica's thought, Matt, for you,
So I used to drink. About 10 years ago, I stopped drinking completely. And before I gave up drinking, rum was my drink of choice. And it was pretty much the last thing I gave up, because the reason I gave up was my hangovers were getting closer and closer to the time I drank, to the point that it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
And so, but rum, I didn't get so bad a hangover as every other drink I had, but still, in the end, I had to give it up. But yeah, rum was my drink, so that's why I was pleased to find a non-alcoholic option.
That's fantastic. And then you've also, you're vegan?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian,
yeah.
Okay. So, do you do like eggs and cheese and things like that?
So I do eggs and cheese. I've been vegetarian since I was 11 years old. So
really?
I don't remember meat at all. And as I say, I've not drunk alcohol for 10 years, so I don't really remember what alcohol tastes like either.
Were your parents vegetarian, or this just a decision you made when you were younger?
No, just a decision I made. Yeah, I just didn't like the thought of what I was eating, and one day said, I don't want to do this anymore. And
I commend
stuck to it.
Solid.
Okay, Garrett, you just handed out the drinks. This one, I see the orange zest in it.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. I think it smells nice.
This is the most palatable version for me. Still don't want to drink it.
Yeah, this it tastes like one of those fruit juicy kind of cocktails.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of biased in that I don't like super sweet, like your kind of classic tropical rum drink. I'm not the right person for that, so I think this fits that category a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't think Tyler likes it.
Another fine facial expression from Tyler there.
It's tolerable. It's tolerable. Words at first, like it eases you in, and then it just sucker punches you. That's how I feel.
It again, it's same thing. Oh, you know what I'm getting right now? Kind of like a cayenne pepper thing in my throat, just real lightly.
Yeah.
And I like spicy stuff, so it's like kind of those pepper infused tequila margaritas. I'm getting a little bit of that in there. Interesting.
I gave this one a second sip. Yep. It's complex.
It's complex. This is something that if you ordered this on a menu, like at a tiki bar, you would be, oh, this is not a bad drink. I wouldn't put it on a shelf with my other old fashions.
Yeah, I definitely think I have had drinks that taste like this kind of drink to me before, and that's normally when I'm buying the commemorative mug and I take one sip and go, awesome, anyone else want a drink?
I would, all of these so far, like I'm glad we're doing this experiment, but none of these are ones that I would order.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm gonna indulge in some palate cleansing bacon.
We might need another dump. Well, we've only got one left, so we're not gonna have to dump those.
Sounds like another good title for a podcast. We need a second dump cup.
Yeah, these are the rums not to drink.
A ringing endorsement for alcohol-free rum. We need another dump cup.
Well, it's kind of like a wine tasting, though. So you can experience the wine without getting drunk.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think out of the two I brought over, I don't think they're going to last overly long at my place. I'm going to genuinely drink them and figure out new and exciting ways of drinking them, because
I know what he's going to do. He's going to empty one of these bottles and refill it with Malort and bring it over and make me drink it.
Son of a bitch, that's a really good idea.
So, when I started listening to your podcast, it took me a while. I kept thinking, do these guys pronounce Merlot different to we do in the UK? And then I realized you weren't talking about Merlot. You were talking about a completely different thing.
The worst substance ever forged in the hellfire of Mount Doom and distributed to the good people of Chicago.
And yet you and Greg still drink it.
No.
I still do it just, for science. Greg refuses. He put his foot down and refuses to partake in any of the Malort shenanigans.
Yeah, he did the bacon fat washed Malort, I don't know, a month or two ago.
Which I want Tommy to try. I bet you he would love it.
And and just was like, but for the listeners. I'm like, no, listeners don't need me to do this.
So I'm late to the podcast, but from a brand awareness perspective, Malort has had more plugs than anything else on your podcast.
Have you followed them on social media at all? Because their social media team knows that what they make is disgusting, and they repost people making fun of it. It is comically bad.
So, hearing about Malort, being under 21 and also Instagram doesn't let you see any pages for alcohol when you're under the age of 21. So then once I finally came of age, I went, okay, what's happening with Malort? And then I find they have a merch page. You can get shirts with Malort on it. Like, what?
Yeah, I went to Chicago and all I got was this terrible fucking drink. Okay, I'm going to go into the next one. This one's called Clean Co. And specifically, I think, what does the bottle say? Like Clean R? Yeah, Clean R. Spiced rum alternative, non-alcoholic, still 0.
And this one wins Fanciest Bottle Award. Because this looks like a really high-end, classy bottle of something.
That looks like it belongs in, like, The Great Gatsby or something like that.
It really does.
So,
this is going to get filled with Malort and snuck over here in the future.
The previous website, rumrunnerlabs.com, they did not review this one. So we are on trustpilot.com. I've never seen a review from this group before. But it calls it 4.5 stars. But that's 4.5 out of 5 stars. 80% people reviewed this as a 5-star rum alternative. This was kind of like... I forgot which one of the ones that, not Fat Rum Pirate, but this is, rumratings.com. Very similar setup in that where that you can see people and then what the review, excellent product. It made it the possibility of not drinking, enjoyable, great taste, and lovely looking bottles, quick delivery, good price.
This smells the most like rum of all the non-rums we've rummed today.
Yeah. It smells pretty lovely.
Yeah, everybody's rating the packaging as much as they're rating the contents. Yeah. So, not really giving me anything on the notes of it or any... Let's see. People are supposed to be helping Vamp.
I like the review I just caught there that said, great service, terrible product.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
you shipped it to us, but it tasted horrendous.
Yeah. It got here exactly on schedule.
We didn't need vamping here in the studio since you can just hear Garrick pouring it into the glass as it just arcs from the bottle into the cup. Am I doing this right?
All over my computer.
Yes. At least we have napkins.
That's how that works.
On the nose, I believe it's quite pleasant.
Yeah, it has a really subtle, nice smell.
Yeah, yeah. I still get vanilla notes on this one as well, but it smells very smooth.
I get vanilla notes on this like I get banana notes on Bumbu.
Tangy sourness. This is definitely...
Erica's giving Tyler a run for money on the facial expressions there.
Tyler, you might like this because it's very sour, kind of like lemonade. Not like a harsh sour, but like a bitter sour. I don't know how to describe it.
I'm going in optimistic.
It's like a poorly mixed Arnold Palmer to me.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good description.
Perfect description. Yeah, same.
I can see what you're saying. It doesn't punch me in the face 5 seconds before I drink it, so I'll give that a plus. I actually like it. Palatable.
It's like limeade after the ice melted.
Yeah. It's surprisingly mellow. Like the other ones were using spices and ginger to kind of give you a little bit of a bite and a little bit of burn. This one doesn't have that.
No. Still better than Bacardi.
It's the way I'm thinking of it in my brain. The other one, you feel like, oh, here's your drink and here, and you actually feel it the second it goes into your mouth and it hits your tongue. This one invites you in, like candlelight dinner, like, hey, let's sit you down and actually give you an experience.
Oh, yeah. That's not a couch, it's a love seat.
More like just the mellow, comfortable vibe.
This is a rum and coke, a subtle rum and coke with too much lime in it.
Yeah, it's the first one of these that tastes like a true rum and coke.
Yeah.
Like this tastes like a rum and coke. They nailed rum and coke. At least with Coke Zero in my eyes.
Yeah, the with Coke is actually drinkable. A lot better.
Yeah, I think if you were looking for a rum and coke alternative, this is absolutely your drink.
Yeah, absolutely. You're the expert on the rum drink. What do you think?
I like it. It's good. It's it's clearly the most popular here amongst everyone. But yeah,
so
I could be buying a different bottle next time.
Let's do this. Prior to you making the old fashioned, let's do another pour with some ginger ale in it.
Ooh.
That's Matt's drink.
We are going to need some ice
And another dump cup.
and another dump cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wife mates.
Or you could hit pause. First, quick reset.
We'll do that. We'll be back after these commercial messages. And we're back. Okay, so let's line up the ginger ale, and we're running out of time, so we'll do this too. This is going to be the Clean Co. Rum and Ginger Ale.
Whoop. I spilled a little bit more on my laptop. And we're going to put the bitters in there as well.
Oh, you know what? I'll while you're doing that, just something to talk about. Sandy has decided that she is giving up on trying to figure out how to be a Mac person. So her MacBook Lite is now the new official Rum Nerdy mobile studio. We've finally got a new laptop for the mobile studio.
Good on Sandy.
And it's only costing us a new PC.
I routinely find Macs to be very frustrating to use. I know.
I think it's just how what you were raised with.
I was raised on PC. Love my Mac. I will never switch back.
I was raised on Mac just because I'm from Palo Alto, where, well,
makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like injected into us when we're born.
That would be like being a Cubs fan in Milwaukee.
I actually grew up on
Bears. Sorry.
I grew up on Mac, and I switched to PC because of
engineering
work/software related issues. And I have a hard time going. I have a Mac at home now, and I just have a hard time going back.
And yet, Greg and I still love you.
I used to be an engineer. I started out in college as an engineering major because I went, if I don't try, I'll never know. And I will say, part of the struggle was, wait a second, all these programs don't like Mac. So, and then I realized that I could switch to business for other reasons, but that was part of it.
Yeah. I'm not working in an industry that doesn't use Mac.
Do I stay in engineering and switch to PC, or do I get out of there so I can keep my Mac? Obviously, you made the right choice.
Life choices.
There were definitely other factors, but may have tied in a bit.
Speaking of other factors, this is great.
Yeah, so the 7th sense strikes again.
Yeah. Yeah, the 7th Sense with Clean Co. is an amazing drink.
Yep.
I'm a fan. I am a fan.
I would order it.
Yeah. So,
but I think I might try for a real ginger ale, like a ginger beer. See how that goes.
Yeah. Do we want to do the last drink, or are we wrapping it with this drink? The old fashioned.
For science, yeah, we absolutely could.
Okay.
For science. Okay. Everybody dump their solos?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had previously dumped my solo.
I dumped it as fast as I could.
I think the overarching moral of this whole particular story as of right now is these rum alternatives, you have to find the right thing to do with them, but it's a solid rum alternative.
I mean, that's true of a lot of zero proof spirits. Like Seedlip, I like in drinks, but if you just drink it straight, you're like, okay, why did I pay so much for this bottle?
Yeah, I'd love to try some of the zero proof bourbons, zero proof tequilas. When I was looking for these, I found a ton of zero proof spirits, and I'm intrigued.
apparently it's a whole industry now.
Thank you, Gen Z.
It's just nice to be able to go out for an evening and not have to drink Sprite all night.
Absolutely. Although,
Oh, yeah.
honestly, you put a little bit of Sprite, club soda, in a fancy glass, twist a lime, and just that's the only way I can make it through IAPA.
I will say I learned, so my cousin had a New Year's Eve wedding, and I just kept ordering Sprite from the bar, and the recommendation I got was 3/4 Sprite and 1/4 club soda, just to give it a little twist. It's just a less bubbly Sprite, in my opinion, but if you want to look fancy.
I was going to say Sprite that's gone a little flat.
Exactly.
I'm a cranberry club soda with lime, if I'm going to just have them make something without a specialty spirit.
Yeah, I'm like a rum drink, or if they don't have a good rum, I'll have a dirty martini. I don't have an off button when it comes to IAPA and drinking. I don't have an off button.
When I am drinking a dry vodka martini with a lot of olives, but not dirty, is very delicious.
Yeah.
And what I ordered the night I interviewed for Universal way back when.
Yeah, that's where I think we met you.
Yeah.
Was when you did Diagon Alley, California, right?
Hogsmeade, California. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I would love for Diagon Alley to be more than one place, but
you know what? I'm ready for Universal to build something that's not Harry Potter.
Super Nintendo World.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. We did the scenery before it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you were involved in those too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Talking about the ones that are already open, and we're not talking about anything in the future. We're not speculating on anything. The opinions are the opinions of the guests and not of the show. Blah blah blah.
Diagon Alley for me, I love it. Apart from the people, it's just always so busy.
Yeah,
all that hard work that went into making it look beautiful, and you can't see it for people.
We talked about that last night on the way home from the thing that we did last night. Like Star Wars weekend's coming up.
Yes.
And clearly we're all big. I mean, Garrick's wearing a Star Wars shirt. Here's the thing, though. I just don't want to have to fight for tickets. I don't want to have to fight to get on a ride. I don't want to have to fight to get into the cantina. It's just not fun for me. And, having worked in, theme parks now for, 28 years, I just don't need to go that bad, even though it's Star Wars. And, I love going there and walking around. It's just not on the days that it's that packed.
Well, I think that's a luxury that we all have being in this industry, is that we know the flow of when it will be packed, and we also have the opportunity to return other times. So we're actually helping with the congestion of the park by self-selecting other times to attend.
We've also done night shifts and seen how beautiful it is when it's empty.
Yes.
Yeah, theme parks are fantastic.
At sunrise.
Without guests, but they're also, I love observing guests. That's my favorite thing in a park, but yeah, no, they're just gorgeous when they're empty.
Doing overnights for years and years at Universal, that sun coming up in the park before they turn the music on.
Yeah.
And the music, we all love music and it's great for setting that environment, but just that quiet peacefulness. The night shifts have all pretty much wrapped up and gone away. They've pressure washed all the streets. Everything is clean. It is so peaceful. It's ready for the beginning of the day. Sun's coming up. That is the best moment you will ever have at a theme park.
And just for clarification, this is an Imagineering Galaxy's
Yeah, I was
Edge
gonna say.
team Star Wars shirt.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah. Well, here we go. This is our final old fashioned of the day. Solid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's missing a bit of bite, but it's still a solid drink. All in all, I would still order the 7 cents over this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's. I could tolerate this, but 7 cents.
Okay. The 7 cents being the ginger ale.
Yes.
Yeah, you mean the drink you named? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just clarifying. Okay.
With bitters.
Yeah.
Much more tolerable.
Yeah, it's a nice, refreshing drink. Very light.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm going to make myself a cocktail for the drive home. Because I can do that.
Yeah.
You should just take the whole bottle and remix it into the bottle and swig it out of there and see what happens. It's a great idea.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I have to go through.
Give me the breathalyzer. Do the blood test.
Yeah.
I'm clean.
I have to go to a golf club thing for a thing at lunch, and I got to show my ID, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here's your ID," and then just like a liquor bottle in the cup holder. Like, no, it's fine. It's not alcoholic. Don't worry about it.
My dad and I were on a road trip when I was like 10, and we were drinking Henry Weinhardt's root beer, and we got pulled over. Yep, because the cop thought it was alcohol.
I don't know that I've ever had that root beer.
It's really common on the West Coast, like Oregon area.
I wonder how often that happens. Like cops see you drinking something out of a can or a bottle and be like, hey. Oh, Sprecher.
It's like a perfect brown bottle, looks exactly like a beer bottle.
This is A&W Zero Sugar is what my palate cleansing cocktail is today. And by cocktail, I mean drink.
For the very versatile water.
Well, I know we're getting really late. You got to go. We should wrap up.
Tyler needs to try real rum.
Yeah, I want to see Tyler's facial expression with a real rum.
I don't want to pressure her into do it, and so this is on you if you want to. Otherwise, we'll do a tasting sometime.
I'm willing to try some today because I've made the proper preparations. I'm able to.
She walked in and she said, "My mom drove me here, so I am not driving when I leave."
Or she gets to borrow the car while we're recording because it just needs a little.
You got another couple minutes, Garrick? He's nodding.
Yeah. For this, we'll make it work.
Tyler, may I video record you while you try this? Because I gotta capture this face.
You absolutely may. This is gonna be fun.
I don't know that we have
maybe.
a great rum.
That's the one thing I was looking for. You have a lot of rum, but all of it is rum. It's not like your first rum.
It's her first alcohol, right? So I mean, there's kind of not quite.
So I've been around alcohol. My dad works in sports, so I've been to like the bar crawls and I've gone on like distillery tours. But my parents are more social drinkers of like out in an event. We're not the type to go sit down and, hey, we're going to go order a drink at a restaurant because meal. But also, Dad was usually, whenever other people would be drinking at these sports events, he would usually be having to make decisions or have to be like, have a solid head. So we just never really did drinking.
I love this. I think this is great. This is like, no judgment whatsoever. But what I mean is, it could be the best rum ever, and she might still be like, what am I drinking? Because it's just like when you start drinking coffee. It's a very different taste and feel.
I can see that. I will say I'm not an espresso person either, sadly. I wish.
Okay. I figured it out. And this is how much we care for you, right? So one of the things that I've done as I travel everywhere is I get these little airplane bottles of my favorite rums. And it's always been like, I'm not going to open these. These are just for display. But this is a really important. Like, I can replace this. This is El Dorado. This is 21. Okay. El Dorado 21 in a bottle is like, this is a seriously fantastic frickin' rum.
Okay.
So, good as a sipper. Generally, El Dorado is the one that I would normally refrigerate because I don't necessarily like ice in it. But this will be a good one if you want your first taste of a really good rum.
And you by no means have to finish that.
No.
You
have people here willing to help you.
That I appreciate the support. This is going to be like a few sips, or maybe a sip.
Yeah, we'll put a single ice cube in it. So, a couple things. We're gonna take you through this. So, you want to smell it.
Okay.
Really get your nose in there. In these glasses, this is the Florida Rum Society tasting glass. Like, really get your nose in there and smell, and it's very much like wine. You want the notes to get into your sinuses. You really want to do that because it's going to help set the way that you experience this. Second, when you sip it, your first sip, aerate it, like slurp it a little bit.
Is this the one where you slurp it like a toddler trying to drink a juice
Yep.
box? Okay.
So what that's going to do is the liquor, the fluids, will aerate a little bit, and it
Okay.
will fill all of your palate with that flavor. And that kind of gives you a base for it. Think about that. Talk about what when you sip it and you slurp it and you aerate it. Let that just kind of take that moment, and then take a legitimate just a sip. Let it pass over your tongue and swallow it, and then that's when you have that sip after the aerated sip. It's going to be a completely different experience.
Huh. Alrighty then. So first,
Don't be afraid to really get your like. So the smell compared to what we did earlier.
it's a lot more subtle. Slight burn, but I'm not sure if that's from the past rums or me just not palate cleansing.
That should be from that.
Okay. Now
Your sip. This is the aerating one.
this is the slurp.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. Already.
You can feel that. You feel that a little bit in your eyes. If you're not used to drinking,
Yeah, I could feel it. The tongue is feeling it.
yeah.
Ooh, and now I'm feeling it back throat. Ooh.
So that's what
it's
when
like
you
it's a warm fuzzy.
yeah, and that by aerating it, and basically all of those particles are coating everything that tastes. You've
Okay.
now got it in your nose. You've got it on your palate and your tongue. You are now your body and all your senses are prepped to really taste this now.
So what are the key differences between that and all of the other non-alcoholic ones that you tried?
I'm feeling the warm fuzzy feeling a lot more. And I don't there's proper terms for this, but the other ones like you could feel like the burn was a lot more of a punch. This one's more of like a slower feel, like
Yeah.
gradual. It's like the non-alcoholic ones were trying to compensate for the usual burn that comes with alcohol.
Yeah, there's the burn associated with the alcohol, and they were trying to mimic that using spices, so the burn was all flavor and not substance is the wrong word, but yeah.
So now your real sip.
This just
Strong.
yeah, very. Yeah, it was a lot stronger this sip. Like
Yeah.
it immediately hit much more. I can see what you're saying of it sets the stage.
Yeah.
It was a good start.
So this is the Eldorado 20, like the regular, like if you got a full regular bottle of this, it averages between about $105 and $125. So this is a higher end rum. I think Eldorado's from Guyana, I think. Yeah. If only there was a device that we could
But I think that one was a good start.
Generally described, aroma combines woody, dried fruit, vanilla,
I can sense the woody.
caramel notes. Yeah. Anyway, so that and I almost feel bad that you just poured a little Coke in this one, but for the experience.
Ooh, Garrick's coking it.
There was a definite look on your face then, Greg. Slightly disappointed.
That look is still there.
The Coke does diminish it a bit. Like you can feel that it subsides the warmth. it kind of like it just cuts it in half and pushes it to the side. That's how it feels when coked.
Yeah.
And that is me finishing for the day.
Fantastic. So our Rum and Nerdy intern has finally now had rum.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy the Eldorados with a splash of Coke. I'm not a huge fan of the Eldorado line on the rocks.
Yeah? Oh.
Yeah.
I like it neat but chilled. Is my favorite.
Chilled would probably help it out. There's a funkiness is not the right word. Like Tommy would not consider this to be a funky rum,
not like
but
Dr.
there's
Bird.
but I don't. It's not one of my go-to sippers.
Oh, I like it. Decent and an old fashioned as well. Okay. Anyway, with all that stuff, we are way out of your time, so we'll wrap this up real fast. First off, going around the room, do you want to if you want to plug a website or whatever, or just anything else? Start with Matt. Thanks for coming, and thanks for the idea for the show.
Thank you. I've nothing to plug, but I appreciate you inviting me on the show, and glad you kind of enjoyed the alcohol-free rums. So,
Absolutely. I will say,
no,
too...
Enjoyed. You can say that.
I'll plug something else. So you are president-elect for the International Board for the Themed Entertainment Association.
I am indeed.
So I'll plug that, and that's how we all met you through that, become better and better friends, so thanks for coming. Erica, you want to plug anything?
Sure. I'll say our themed entertainment studio at Valtech, tes.valtech.com, or really just come talk to me.
Yeah, there you go. Find on the socials and all that stuff, or reach out to us. Tyler.
Find us at the Themed Entertainment Association, or if any of you like haunted things, come talk to me, because there is some fun stuff cooking up for Halloween with our next gen, or not official TEA, but at least some of our students creating a haunted house that y'all might be interested in.
Yeah. And let's talk, too, because I'm going to get more involved in that with you, too. Garrick, you're looking for something?
Yeah, Tyler brought us a pamphlet about talking to your children about alcohol. And hold on, what is this?
College students.
A parent handbook for talking with college students about alcohol.
I think we've been training you pretty well.
Yes. Step 1, always choose a good mixer. Step 2, plenty of ice.
He's just staring at it without reading anything.
Yeah, he's just looking at the cover, but the student help office is in this almost the same area as the admissions department is. And so I just happened to stop in. They give out free stuff, and they went, "Here, we're giving this out." So I thought I'd bring it.
Which I do enjoy. I was just looking to see if this was actually from your university and not like the Church of Latter-day Saints or something.
Are there any drink recipes in there?
Yes, it's in the back. We're going to digest this later.
Okay. Just to make sure we wrap up, we'll start off. As always, we thank you to our partner, Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
We love you, buddy. Check us out on our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Socials, we are at rumandnerdy, also A&D.
And you can email us, show@rumandnerdy. We love to hear from you, and we hope that everybody who has opinions on these subjects or have ideas for other subjects to talk about, reach out to us. We love to hear from you. And with all of that said,
stay nerdy, my friends.
Alcohol, my permanent accessory. Alcohol, a party time necessity. Alcohol, alternative to feeling like yourself. Oh, alcohol, I still bring to your health. I love you more than I did the week before. I discovered alcohol.
No, we're not worried. Our customers buy Duff for its robust taste, not its alcoholic content. I predict our new alcohol-free Duff Zero will sell even better than our previous brand. Well, that's the end of me.